Rob and I are joined by newlywed Mrs. Barty.
We're joined live at Tampa Bay Brewing Company for Media Mix Live.
Welcome, Leilani. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
And, two
I
congratulations.
hear Jamaica is on the horizon.
Yes, Jamaica
Where
in
are you
December.
going in Jamaica?
We're going to Runaway Bay. There's a big festival at these two big resorts. So we're killing two birds. We're sharing our love of music, and we're having our honeymoon all
And
at
sharing
once.
your love.
Exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. So congratulations on that. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
just getting married last week.
Yes.
But we
So
want
I'm
to hear about
thinking-
Bad Doug.
Well, I'm thinking you had a pretty stressful week here.
Yeah.
Marriage and a cover.
I spent the week tirelessly working on the cover and missed several live music opportunities so I could get it done. And
This is
then
your first cover, right?
Yep, my very first cover, all mine. I've helped with several covers, but this is the one that
Did you frame it?
They framed it for me. I got a congrats, great job. You had a really stressful week. So they framed it for me and blew it up. It was really nice.
Well,
Great article, though, just for the record.
Let's hear about Bad Doug.
Doug Stanhope, he's the latest outlaw comic, and by that he comes from the school of Bill Hicks, socially relevant comedy.
But he didn't really like being associated to that, though. What was that all about? Because you mention it, and then you come back, and then he says something that's contradictory to him not wanting to be associated with it.
I think that it's one of those things where you're flattered, but then you're like, well, I can't be compared to him. It's like he's so good. I think it was more of he was flattered, but he didn't really get it because they didn't really have the same style, which they didn't have the same style, but they share
the mission.
Exactly, getting the word out to the layman, etc.
But this article talks about some of his ups and some of his downs.
Right.
And you want to share some of those?
Sure. He did the Man Show for the last season. Not really representative of the type of performing that he does, but he did take it over. It was an opportunity he obviously couldn't pass up.
Yeah, no kidding.
He did a Girls Gone Wild random thing, in which afterwards
He regrets,
and apparently hates the guy who did the Girls Gone Wild. He got on Howard Stern. They had a huge fight on Howard Stern where he was like calling him like
that Joe guy,
calling him like a seedy little douchebag or something. And the guy came on the radio with Howard Stern and was like, why didn't you say this why didn't you tell me you didn't like me? I thought we were great. And Doug Stanhope was like, well, you don't usually tell people that they're seedy little douchebags to their face. And it was really
he compares himself
Andrew
to more of a
Dice
George
Clay
Carlin type, kind of realistic. He
Right.
looks at things in today's world and goes, what kind of ridiculous thing is that? And then he beats it to death, which is fun.
Perfect example is Internet Prowlers,
Yeah.
where they have all those shows with catching the Internet
Catch the
Prowlers,
Predator.
and they're always the same guys with the low IQs, and he's just like, look, is this really as prevalent as everybody's making it out to be? Nobody wants to be with your child. Sorry. It's out there, but it's not as prevalent as other things.
These shows are digging so deep for 6 people to do a show on, you know what I mean?
Right.
There'd be more of them. They'd be there every night if there was that many.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, well, that's a whole discussion. I guess he takes his political views and he has to stick to them a little bit, though.
Exactly. And he never holds back, and that's what is so refreshing about him, is that he doesn't care.
What did you think? What did you think of him?
The first time I saw him, I had never seen him before, I'd never heard of him. Went entirely based on a friend of ours telling us to go see him. He rolled out on stage. The first thing, right before he kicked out some hecklers, right before that he was like, damn, Tampa has some good coke. And I was like, whoa. And then it just went like...
It went to hell from there.
Train wreck comedy is how he describes it.
But was it fun?
It was
funny?
very fun, and it made me very interested. Just because he's just so out there, he doesn't hide anything.
Now is he coming soon, or he's here?
Yes, he's coming this Saturday. He's actually in Florida. He's in Orlando tonight. I think he's in Ocala tomorrow, and then he'll be here.
What else is
I have no idea.
What else is
your choice?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a really interesting article, so everybody needs to pick up
there.
their weekly edition of Loafing and check out Leilani, Mrs. Barty's first cover story. What are, besides seeing Doug, what are some other
What are some
C&Ds
C&Ds
that
we can
you
go through?
recommend?
Doug is Saturday. Also, all this weekend, beginning tomorrow, is Rib Fest.
I love Rib Fest. I go
Rib Fest
every
is a big
year.
party. Do you go down there?
It is right up the street for
Is
me.
it too mainstream music for you?
It's
or old school
It's just
kinda?
a good time, you know. Edgar Winter
go-
Band. You go see Frankenstein.
Eddie
you
Money's
know.
going to be there.
Eddie Money.
Saturday.
He's like at every Vinoy Park festival, and then you get some bomb ass ribs. So it's just
Some
like
good
a
stuff,
time.
huh?
They're good.
And there's also Where Have All the Flowers Gone, which is a rock and roll photography exhibit, and also in downtown St. Pete.
Can't beat that.
Don Aders, Joe Costanton from formerly of the Grateful Dead is going to be there. John.
Wow.
Really?
My bad.
Cool.
And there's a full-service multimedia art show going on also in St. Pete at the Garage.
Can't beat that with a stick now, huh?
Nope.
Can you,
Everything's
Leilani?
happening in St. Petersburg
Yeah.
this weekend.
It
And there
is
is no
downtown
Bucks
St.
game
Pete.
this weekend, so they
No
can go
Bucks.
to
That's
Rib
why
Fest
they're
on
having it.
Sunday.
Yep.
Well,
Thank-
Leilani, congratulations again
Thank
and
you
again
so
and again.
much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.